Seattle Mariners just finished the month of April with one of their best records to start a season ever at 17-13. They're coming off of a 5-series win streak. They just took 2 from the Braves as well. They took the series from the defending champions from both the American and National Leagues. The Mariners are so hot right now. The pitching staff, 18 games in a row, giving up 2 or fewer runs in the month of April. We're going to go over the top 10 best highlights from the month of April. And there were some fun ones in there that I kind of forgot about. And it feels like the beginning of the season was so long ago. But the fact that it was only a month ago is wild to me. So let's talk about our top 10, starting with the honorable mentions, because there were a few that just didn't quite make this list. First honorable mention is this sweep of the Reds. The Mariners putting together their first series win and then taking the sweep. We also have to talk about the pitching jobs done by both Bryce Miller, throwing a no-hitter through, 6 or 7 innings or something like that. And then, of course, just how good this pitching staff has been as a whole. Historically good for the Mariners. Logan Gilbert had an incredible first month. Bryce Miller had an incredible first month. I honestly think I should have put Bryce Miller's, near no-hitter in the 10 spot. But in the 10 spot, I did put Nelson Cruz coming back at the very beginning of the season. Obviously, Cruz coming back and giving him a chance to now be inducted into the Seattle Mariners Hall of Fame. Retiring as a Seattle Mariner was super, super cool. And just the love that he felt for the city, where he wasn't even here that long. But the fact that he felt so strongly about coming back here and being a part of the history of this team meant a lot to me. I know it meant a lot to a lot of people that had, watched Nelson Cruz over the years. They got Felix in there as well to kind of catch the first pitch. And just having Nelly around is just so, so much fun. I love the guy. I hope to be there when he gets inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame one day. Number 9 on my list is going to be a two-parter, and that is the first MLB hits for both Jonathan Clase and Leo Rivas. Obviously, Clase with that line drive ground ball sort of deal past Elly De La Cruz into left field, scoring a run against the Cincinnati Reds, which again helped them with that sweep. And then Leo Rivas' triple, which I really did think was getting out. After spending 9 years in the minor leagues, Leo Rivas hitting that triple, just an incredible moment for him. A very, very cool moment to watch as well. And the fact that it was a triple, I mean, my goodness, I wish it would have kicked away just a little bit further, just so his first major league hit could have been an inside the park home run. I need Alex Mayer to tell me how many times that's ever happened, but very, very cool for both of these guys. I hope to see them blossom into really great major leaguers over the next few years. Again, Jonathan Clase will be back, in my opinion, at some point this year in a Mariners uniform, but for right now, he's back down AAA. Leo Rivas, at the time of recording this, is still with the big league club with J.P. Crawford on the shelf.
It is his major league debut. Into right field. It's his first base hit, and he is hustling to second, making the turn. How about a stand-up triple?
Debut evening.
Swinging a ground ball with some eyes through the left side for a base hit. Ty France scores from third. Jonathan Clase.
Number 8 was pretty recent in that Diamondbacks series. A Diamondbacks team that doesn't strike out that much, but George Kirby said, "Hold my beer," and he struck out 12 Arizona Diamondbacks in that game. And in the first inning, he just looked incredible, pumping 99 at the top of the zone. It was the most dominant start of George Kirby's young career, in my opinion. He's had some amazing starts in the past, but wow. This start specifically, George Kirby was the best pitcher in baseball for a night. And that was against the Arizona Diamondbacks, a team that went to the World Series last year, striking out 12 hitters in that game. Again, a game that I think a lot of us looking forward to these series at the beginning of the year said, oh boy, the Mariners against the Rangers, the Diamondbacks, the Braves, and the Astros, that is going to be tough. The Mariners have bested all 3 of those teams, thanks in part to how good their pitching has been. This team is built on pitching, and George Kirby is one of the guys at the forefront of that, and he really showed why. After having a not-so-great month, George Kirby really showed out versus the Arizona Diamondbacks and showed why he could be a Cy Young favorite later on this year.
Third time in Kirby's young career with 10 strikeouts. And he got him. It's a career night for George Kirby.
Eugenio Suarez. Breaking ball, swung on a miss, struck him out. That's a dozen for George Kirby.
Number 7, we're going back to opening day again, and this was Mitch Haniger coming back and hitting a home run in that opening day start. Yes, the Mariners did end up losing this game, but Mitch hitting a home run to right field in his first game back with the Seattle Mariners was so cool. Made even cooler by the fact that Felix was in the booth when this was happening, and he was up there talking about this moment with the guys in the booth. Just talking about how good of a guy Mitch Haniger is. Mitch has been very, very good so far this year. An integral part of this Mariners team so far. Really excited that he is back in a very, very cool moment for Mitch.
2 out runner, first Cal Raleigh.
Here we go. Haniger.
for Mitch, man.
Number 6 on my list is the Jorge Polanco 3-run home run versus the Cincinnati Reds. Maybe thinking, Colton, this isn't really that cool, but I'm in this video. See if you guys can spot me. Watch it.
Here's Jorge Polanco. We had one of the big hits yesterday in that 3-2 loss.
Big drive, right field, goodbye, Jorge Polanco.
Did you see me? Did you see the big blob sitting up on the stairs, standing in the stairwell? Yeah, that was me. And it was just a cool moment to watch the Mariners offense come together that quickly in a game versus the Reds. Again, a series that they swept with Frankie Montas just falling apart. And it just felt nice for the Mariners to put up runs early in that ball game. That home run from Jorge Polanco kind of felt like the dagger early against the Cincinnati Reds team with how bad Montas had been. Sticking here in this Red series, now we're going to talk about Julio Rodriguez's defensive inning that he had out there in center field, making a nice running catch, almost overrunning it in the gap towards the pen area, and then throwing out Elly De La Cruz at third base, making it so the run would not count for the Cincinnati Reds as Jake Fraley had not yet touched home plate.
Julio's gonna have to really go after this one. Oh, baby! Oh, yeah! Center field, that's trouble. Fraley's gonna score easily. De La Cruz just flying to third. Do they get him? Yeah, they got him at third!
For all the offensive warts that Julio has had so far this year, that inning specifically sticks out in my mind as just how much he can still impact a baseball game even when he's not hitting because he's just that good. Hopefully Julio gets the bat going to go along with his stellar defense. In the Diamondbacks series, Mitch Haniger came up with the bases loaded, a big, huge grand slam for Mitch, one that definitely helped propel the Mariners to a series victory over the defending National League champs. For Mitch Haniger, again, I said it already once, he has been so integral to the success of this ball club lately, and I think that this is one of the reasons. It just goes to show why Mitch is so important, because he's not always going to come up with base hits. You're not going to see his average. He's not going to hit like 300, but more often than not, Mitch Haniger comes up in the big moments and comes through for this team, and this was one of those moments.
Fly ball, left center field. Gurriel is back, and it's just over the wall. Grand slam, Mitch Haniger.
Number 3 on my list, I completely forgot about Julio Rodriguez's walk-off single to center field with runners on first and third. His first career walk-off. This was all the way in the series against the Red Sox at the very beginning of the season. I think it was either game 2 or game 3, and it feels like a millennia ago. But yeah, Julio's first career walk-off was a very, very cool moment to start the year.
That's your ball game. Julio wins it in the 10th inning.
Number 2 on my list kind of feels like a walk-off, but it wasn't. It was the bases were loaded versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Ernie Clement at the plate, and it was tied in the bottom of the 9th inning. Jorge Polanco, a little bloop from Ernie Clement, and Jorge Polanco somehow, after some pretty rough innings in the field, Jorge Polanco is able to make an insane over-the-shoulder catch to keep this game going. The Mariners would go to win this game in the top of the 10th inning with a home run by Cal Raleigh, etc., and just a huge moment for Polo early on. I think that was kind of the turning point defensively for Jorge Polanco.
Blooper trouble. Polo, go get it! Yeah!
What a great catch by Jorge Polanco.
You knew this was going to be number 1. It just had to be. And that's the Mitch Garver walk-off home run versus the Atlanta Braves. In my opinion, the best team in baseball. When all hope was lost, Mitch Garver came up and hit a massive 2-run home run to give the Mariners a win over, in my opinion, a World Series contender.
High drive left field. We've got a Mariners win. Mitch Garver out of the depths.
And the lefties 3-2 on the way, swinging a fly ball deep to left field. And this one is goodbye baseball. A walk-off 2-run home run for Mitch Garver. And the Mariners win it. They win it. Garver tosses his helmet, slams it down, being mobbed by his teammates. And everybody's going to go home happy. Holy smokes, what a finish here at T-Mobile Park tonight.
2024 has already been a crazy one for the Seattle Mariners. These are the top 10 moments, in my opinion, from the month of April. What are yours? Let me know in the comments down below. And hey, go check out this video on the screen. YouTube thinks you'll like it. Let me know if YouTube's right. Appreciate you guys watching, and go Mariners.